May of 65, excuse me, Bill Summers, the acting superintendent of coining division, received a call from Washington asking about the silver dollars. Had we made them yet, or were we prepared to make them? And he said, yes, we can start anytime you want us to. So whoever it was told him, yes, start. So we decided, I should say, Mint management decided that they would make them in the tramway building, which was an old Denver tramway generating station that the Mint had bought in the 1950s, and we'd refurbished it and we're using it as a press room. The neat thing about this building was that it could be isolated. It only had one entrance to it, and it could be locked off at night. So they set up the coin press. In fact, you may have heard his name previously, Bill Steinmetz. He was the fellow who did most of the setting up the presses. He was, I won't say he was a good foreman, but he was a super mechanic, really smart. He set up the presses out there. These were old Bliss ammunition presses that had been used to make 20mm shell casings in the war, and I believe even the Korean mess. So he was out there, and we got them going, ran these coins. And one thing the Mint does is every day is they go through the press room and they take samples off of each press. And I can't think of the correct term for it, but they're sent to the assay division. And they go around, and pretty soon, naturally, since we were making silver dollars, guess what? They were sent to Washington. And all of a sudden, Bill Summers got a call from Washington, the guy said, hey, what's going on? Why are you making these? He said, well, somebody called me and told me to get started on these. They said, well, did you get any written authorization? No. Stop. So he called the press room and they stopped making them. So then we received some written orders which basically said destroy them all. And they took these, everybody who worked on the project had to sign a statement that they didn't have any. They also were checked thoroughly. Most of the guys, there was only probably a dozen people who had direct contact with them. I wasn't working the day shift at the time, but interestingly enough, one of the foremen just happened to have the key to the tramway building, and he'd go in there and hey, come over here, and he'd show you one of the dollars, you know. He was a nice guy. I liked him. But these were taken down and melted down. They had, the police division had some fellows there, two officers. They sent in 2 representatives, I believe, from Washington, D.C. Then we had our own representatives down there to make sure everything was melted just as they said it was. So that's where we're at.